Hey guys, Tonic here. In this video, I'd like to share 5 tips and tricks for camp building in Fallout 76, so let's get right into it. First up, let's talk about double-sided walls. When you are building a camp and decorating the interior of your base, you might want to add some extra rooms, maybe a bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen, whatever it may be, but when you build a wall in your camp, you can only add wallpaper to one side, and that leaves the other side looking out of place. But using this double wall trick, we can apply wallpaper to both sides, making it look much better. Now this is extremely easy to do. So let's say that we want to build a room right here in this corner. All we have to do is take a doorway and place it down, and then rotate another one and place it down facing the opposite way. And from here we can now put wallpaper on both sides, but we also do want a wall right here. So placing down this doorway, we'll rotate the second one and place it down, and from here we can then go in and edit it back to a normal wall. With all of this built, we can now put wallpaper on both sides. So on the outside we can put something like that. Now on the inside of this room, it can have its own wallpaper. Now only certain doorways will work for this. Some atomic shop doors work and some vanilla doors. For example, those doors worked but the standard wooden walls won't. But I always just use the red barn kit when I do this. This is a vanilla building kit. I believe you can buy it at the White Spring Refuge. This has always worked and it's just my go-to building kit to use for double-sided walls. But you're not stuck with it forever because once you have your double-sided walls built, you can always edit the walls to something else. After using this trick, now inside of this building, on the right I have a nice bathroom with its own wallpaper, and over here on the left I have a bedroom with a different wallpaper. Overall, it's a really easy trick and it can make a really big difference in your camp. Up next, let's quickly talk about putting wires through walls. This is another easy one. Here for this example I want to power this popcorn machine, but there's a wall in the way, and on the other side here there's a generator. This one is really easy. All you have to do is change the wall to a window, put the wire through that window, then edit the wall back to normal, and the wire will stay connected. This is great for hiding wires. I use this all the time in my camps, and usually I will edit the wall to this barn window or the metal wall windows. These windows are really big so you have a lot of room to work with, but this trick works with almost any window. Next up we have the Flamethrower Trick. This is one of the best things for camp building and there are so many uses for it. Basically, let's say I want to place this hot tub in here but it won't let me. It's just a little bit too big to fit in here. So to place it, all you have to do is take the flamethrower, place it down, and burn the walls that are blocking it. Once the walls are destroyed, we can then move this right where we want it, and then repair the walls. And now it's right where I want it to be and it looks really nice. This is just one example, but you can use this trick for a ton of stuff. For another example, let's say I want to place this bottle blaster game in this corner, but as you can see I can't really get too close with it. The closest I can get is right about there. So there's a pretty big gap on both sides. But if I take this away and take a flamethrower, I can destroy these two hedges, then move that flamethrower out of the way, pick this up, and I can push it right into that corner, so right about there, and then repair the two hedges, and now it's all the way back in the corner, and it's even kind of merged into the hedges. And speaking of merged items, up next let's talk about merging. Merging is probably my favorite camp building trick. You can do a ton of cool stuff with merging. Now there are a few ways to do it, but the easiest way in my opinion is using a pressure plate. You get this from the Advanced Power Connectors plan, and I believe you can buy this right at the White Spring Refuge or the Watoga train station, but for this example we'll use this shelf. Now in Fallout 76 we can't just place these items on shelves, they always go on top, but with merging we can place these items on any shelf that we want. And again, this is pretty easy, so getting started, place down a pressure plate, and then place the items you want on top of the shelf. Then all we have to do is step on the pressure plate and make sure it goes down. You'll hear it click and that's what we want. From here, just take the shelf and place it on the plate with you, and as you can see the items move down a bit, and then just keep picking it up and placing it down until the items are about where you want them to be. For this example, we are trying to fill both shelves, so once the shelf is full, we just want to take all of the other items and place them on top and do it all again. And with everything merged, we can then move it around freely, and all of the items will stay in place. It's very easy, and this is just one example. You can merge workbenches together to save on space, you can merge generators into objects to hide them or just make them look better. There are so many cool things you can do with this trick. And a quick tip, you might notice that I have a mannequin on the pressure plate for those examples. Now you can place down a mannequin on the plate to activate it. Placing down a mannequin here, you will see the plate go down. This way you don't have to step on it, and this will give you a little bit more room to place larger items on the plate, and it just makes merging a little easier. So you could step on it or use a mannequin. The plate just has to be activated for the merging to work. And if you'd like to see more examples of merging and get some ideas or see a longer, more in-depth tutorial on merging, I do have a full video dedicated to it, and I'll link that down below. Next up, we have changing your spawn location when traveling to your camp. When you're camp building, sometimes you will find that when you fast travel back to your camp, it spawns you down a hill or in some weird spot, and it's really annoying, but you can actually change your spawn position. For example, with my camp here, I built it at the end of this bridge, And when I would fast travel, I would spawn down below the bridge, and when people would visit, they would also end up down there. So to fix this, all you have to do is pick up your camp module and move it. This will change the spawn position, and now I spawn at the end of my bridge and you can see my camp right away. Now it isn't perfect, you will have to mess with it a bit by moving it around to different places. So heading over to my other camp, I have this big open area, and if my camp module is here, when I travel to it, I will spawn over here. And we can place down an item for a reference, but if I move the camp module again over this way, now when I travel I will spawn over here. It feels like you almost always spawn directly north of the camp module, so if you want to change your spawn position, try moving it around and experimenting with it a bit. But that is pretty much going to be it for this one, so I hope you found this video helpful. I use these tricks all the time when I'm building my camps, and if you have any tricks that you would like to share, please leave a comment down below. I'm sure it could really help out some of the newer players. And again, that is pretty much going to be it for this video, so thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. And as always, I'd like to give a massive thank you to all of the channel members: Ed Vale, Shikari, Joe Pervincente, Fallout McFly, Evilman 1979, Radcon, Bad with Salt, Ubi, Ice Cream Manny, Jays the Aussie, I Am Mr. Me Not You, Dr. Calamari, Argent Deer, Shaky Hands Workshop, Leo the Collector Plays, Loopy, Adam Steins and Robert Kennard, CRM 114, Theodore, Slappy Sauce, Omniprotus, Victrix, Anna S., Gold T, Lanthar, Captain Awesome, Heather Henderson, Patrick Ruda, 20th Fire, Bowser Double, Frank, Christy Mullen, Schwitz. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and have a great day.